Juliana Chen has so many credits and has done so much for magic in her lifetime. It's tricky to know where to start. She's been at the top and on top of the magic world for decades. Her star power shines brightly as a brilliant, highly skilled magician. But she's also a fabulous artistic director, a proven mentor, a FISM judge, and a show producer. Juliana's unprecedented talent has earned her multiple awards, but in 1997, she performed the impossible, becoming the first woman in history to win gold with her solo act at the World Congress of Magic, also known as FISM. The magic world shifted with Juliana's achievements. She was dubbed the First Lady of Magic, and her career has paved the way for many magical women working today. I consider Juliana a treasured colleague and a very good close friend. It is my great pleasure to introduce the legendary Juliana Chen.
Thank you, Connie. That's a very good things you're doing now for the magic world. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. There's two things I wanted to talk about a little bit. You started not as a magician. You started as a dancer and then a foot juggler. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about that?
It's a good question. Yeah, I started with ballet. I was very young and selected by the Chinese government at the artist school. So I'm learning a few years in the ballet. And before I graduated from ballet, they switched me from ballet to the Chinese circus, because we support the Chinese circus. So then I come to be the, doing the foot juggler is my professional, and also I'm doing the flying trapeze, bicycle, and yeah, so many things. So for me, every movement in my body, from my finger to my toes, I do the all.
Foot juggling was your specialty. Why did you stop foot juggling? And how did you end up in magic?
Okay, the foot juggler, because normally the ballerina will have very good toe and very good legs. So the foot juggler is you're lying down. It's a complete audience see your legs and your toes, you know. So I have, that's why they selected me as a ballerina to the Chinese circus, to the juggler, foot juggler. Actually, I do the light juggler, because if you juggle the umbrellas and some blankets, that's the light. So from an acrobat to the magic, that's because, first of all, in the 1980s, I injured my knee. I broke my knee, complete tendons, everything is broken. So I don't know what I do at this time. And one day I just got my lucky day, and that's a long time ago. So I see the 1972, that's the past, the 1972 FISM. I see the all top magicians. I see the Mr. Shimada. I don't know who is Shimada, but his movement, his eyes, all of us in my mind. So I said, well, I want to be a magician. So I have to teach myself, and also in my company, have a lady doing a magic. I always watch her behind it. So that's why I started doing my magic.
Fabulous. So your catalyst for being a magician was watching Mr. Shimada. Isn't that strange? Mr. Shimada was important to me as well. He's the man that taught me my doves. And I hold him so dear to my heart.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So then, did you have a specific style that you wanted to start with? Did you start with cards? Did you start with coins? What did you start with, and how did it develop into this phenomenal performance that you've achieved over all these years?
In the 1970s, in China, we don't have a magic shop. So we only have the magician doing a magic, you know, which are cards and some flowers and billy balls. And I was watching the lady behind the stage, you know, she performs on the stage, I watch in the back. So at this time, it's because you have no magic shop, so you have no illusions very much, you know, so that's why it's easy and cheaper for pick up some slap by the hand. So I not just doing a card, I'm doing very beautiful billy ball routine, and also the flowers, thumpers. But the cards I love very much because I always put it in my bag and easy for buy a deck, a couple dollars, Chinese yen, I can practice. And so special, I like the stage magic. At this time, we don't have much close-up, no, not at all. But the cards is coming out small, but if you throw to the air and for the complete picture looking bigger. So it means small things you can make it bigger. So that's why I do the cards. I do the very good beautiful routine, but I always have a sweating hand. It's very hard for me to hold the ball. Mm-hmm. At this time, we don't have today like a rubber ball. I only use the ping pong ball. And just buy a ping pong ball and you cut the half shell in the, so you have the shell. But if you got a sweating hand, it's very hard for hold the, the every
no traction. Yeah.
So that's why I'm doing the class.
Juliana, you have a specific style that is unique to you. You are able to throw cards at a distance and with a skill and dexterity that no one had ever seen before, and also that presence and style. Were there magicians in China doing that and you just took it further, or is that completely just something that you started and just invented?
I can say I invented the flying cards, but the some people, when in the Western people, when you go into searching a little history of China, the people will be say it's the Chen style. It's like my first name, last name, Chen, C-H-E-N, Chen style. In China, they have a magician doing they take the cards out, then we throw the cards away, use here.
Yeah.
Not away. So it's a different technique. Just like a close-up, you have rubber, you throw the cards in the air. At this time, the China have one magician doing this, then throw away. But I just practice this way. One day I hold, in the beginning I hold very few cards. Then when you hold more cards, one time they just popped out, it's flying away. I said, oh. So then I start for shooting the cards. And of course, in China now, I have many people shoot the cards, and but to shoot 2-3 cards, that was 1997. Before I go into FISM, then I said, okay, I have doing something to the next level. Then I started doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is my invent, the shooting cards.
It's beautiful to watch, and it's mesmerizing and exciting in 2020. It's just wonderful work.
It's difficult to shoot.
It's very difficult. Kevin James is known for his starring role as the inventor in The Illusionist, and for his original magic creations that have earned him fame and international recognition. It seemed like a logical leap to ask Kevin to provide some insight and his thoughts on Juliana Chen. Welcome, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk and chat with us today. Can you let me know how you met Juliana?
Boy, it's been so long. I don't really remember her. She just has always been there. I consider her, my sister. She's just a sweet person, and she helps a lot of people. And FISM winner, super talented, crazy good, and she's taking a lot. She's taken a lot of people under her wing to try to nurture their talents, and I've seen it happen. And she's always trying to find new projects for people to help with, and to be on. She's created all these, these different festivals that she hires all of her friends to go do. And, I've seen her really take care of the artist too, when you're in a strange country. Let's say you're in China, and, she really, is a great buffer between the management and the artist, because she's an artist and she really knows, how to treat them, and so she's very considerate as far as being a producer.
What would you say is your biggest achievement, Juliana? And you've had so many, but what's the one in your heart that you hold the most dear?
achievement for me is I want to tell myself every show, I want to make an audience stand ovation. That's my achievement. I wish and I'm winning and I'm working very hard for this last moment. And I'm learning how strong the stage, you hold the audience, how important it's not a finale for build up audience, just stand up for you. Right. That's my big achievement. Yeah. And I tell myself, I'm not just for poached magicians. Magician, look at my technique, the screaming, they will stand ovation. But I also make a normal audience stand ovation for me. This is from my passion, from my connection with the audience. And so that's it's my achievement. I can say 99% of my show, I can make people stand ovation for me. 99%.
It's fabulous, Juliana.
I have a big performance. I won the IBM and the performance in IBM so many times. So one time the IBM says, oh, I want you to come to the show again. Then I said,
you kept winning the same award over and over and over.
Yeah. No, I just think, what do I do? Because the IBM is like my family, I know everybody, before the IBM board members, and it's easy for me to talk, and they understand my Chinglish. Yeah. So I said, can I do something different? They said, okay. So I'm at home, I said, well, first of all, I like Shimada's umbrella, and also Shimada teach me. Yeah. And until today, I still have Shimada's costumes, and Shimada for teach me how to sew in the, the umbrella, everything. So I said, well, I'm doing an umbrella. And then umbrella is coming bigger. So then I said, I can do in the blankets. So the one in the YouTube, you can see the people doing the fabric.
Right. Yeah, they spin. Yes. Uh-huh.
So I said, I can use this combine. Then I think about, okay, I'm doing a foot juggler. So I talking to Kevin James, and Kevin says, that's a good idea. So I show Kevin says, this is like a helicopter. And also my other dear friend, Sean Farquhar. It's well known in the world too. So I share these two brothers with my ideas. So I was in Germany, I poached one magician, which he's an inventor, and Niels. So I said, this is my idea. So please help me for making me fly. So then we do the test in Germany and make the illusions. And I do my foot juggler. When I do the old umbrella and my blankets, I turn in my hand, then I go back lying down for 4 of them. 2 in my hand, 2 in my feet. I fly with my foot juggler.
Right.
So this is interesting.
So it was a floating foot juggling illusion effect that had never been seen before.
Yes.
Wow.
Don't forget, my knee is broken.
Right.
So that's why I said, okay, I give up.
Yeah, you have a pre-existing injury. Yeah.
But the one thing, if you pick up 5 or 6 tricks, which are close up, you come for the media, for the cameras, you need to practice.
Yes, absolutely.
If you don't practice, just, okay, I go in the magic shop, buy thing. You know what, for the beginning, I think a thumb tip is a very good one. A thumb tip, you can produce the shock. You can produce the money. You can make money switch the bigger bells. This is, you can put in your pocket all the time.
Right.
And you have a lot of things with some tip. Yeah.
Agree.
You're not, So don't be nervous. If you want to be a professional, if you want, this is your hobby, you like it, or you want to make money for living, couple things. Practice and searching the good things, and don't be shy.
Remember to subscribe and comment below.